Let's break down some film. What is up, Fin fans? I don't know what that intro was. It's been a crazy day. It's still Christmas, technically. No, it's 1 o'clock. It's not Christmas anymore. But it's the night of Christmas, and I am breaking down film for you guys. A lot of interesting things in this one. Some mishaps on defense, some mishaps on offense. But the resiliency and the fight in this team is what makes me very excited. Before we jump into that, though, a lot of you guys have been asking me for injury updates on specifically Austin Jackson, Raheem Mostert, and Jalen Waddle. So with Jalen Waddle, it's not a shin injury, it's an ankle injury. It might be a high ankle sprain. Mike McDaniel said he is confident we'll see Jalen Waddle again. It's not a season-ending injury, but will we see him against the Ravens? Probably not, which kind of sucks because this Ravens game is just got so much bigger after watching them beat the 49ers. So, unfortunately, there's that. With Raheem Mostert, it was a shin injury. He did go back in the game. There's that. It was painful, he said, but he was good to go. And, they kind of limited him in the second half because they were trying to protect him from himself. And then finally, with Austin Jackson coming out, it was just a situation where they didn't want to overexert his oblique injury. And Mike McDaniel essentially said that the plan was always for Kendall Lamb to go in and kind of give Austin Jackson a little bit of a break. So nothing to worry about for Austin Jackson. Mike McDaniel literally said that he's going to play against the Ravens. So again, this Ravens game, I'm going to talk about it. We're going to look at the playoff ramifications. Again, it's late of them winning that game. A lot of people are scared. Oh, I don't know. Some people say we're going to get stomped, but I heard the same thing about the Cowboys. We'll get to that. I got a lot of videos. We got the preview, all that stuff this upcoming week. But now we are going to break down film. I'm going to minimize myself, and we're going to start with a huge play from Elliott here. This is 2nd and 1 on Miami's 2-yard line, and this is the, again, huge stop from Elliott right here. The way he was able to get up here, right? And he's got a blocker in front of him. So the running back Pollard makes the right move in cutting it to the inside. But I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So he makes the right move because he's planting this foot and he's getting ready to cut it to the inside so the blocker can come up and get Elliott. But Elliott just gets through the block, grabs him, and makes his upper body here. How? I don't know, because from what it looks like, he's going to plant that foot and he's going to drive forward, but Elliott somehow turns him around to make sure that the ball is here and his upper body's here. It's craziness that he does this. Grabs him, 87 doesn't block, and makes him land on the half-yard mark. Then they fumbled, and then the Dolphins get the ball. Now, with this play, I'm going to play you a quick clip. This is the deep pass to Tyreek Hill that was incomplete. Now, at first, when I saw this, I blamed Tua. I said, the pass was off. He threw it to the outside. If he was more on the inside, it would have been deuces, all that stuff. But then I heard Shannon Sharp break down this play. And again, Shannon Sharp ripped into Tua. But I watched Shannon Sharp break down this play, and it wasn't Tua's fault. So I'm going to play real quick what Shannon Sharp had to say.
Got to do, Ocho.
That was beautiful.
Once he got past Bland, he got to start getting back. He stayed in that line.
Right.
You got to get back. Why? Because just think about it. If you had released outside, where would you have been? I don't care what your release is. You know what, Ocho? You could go in motion and go out the other side. As long as when my back foot hit that 5th step and you where you're supposed to be at 42 and 4, I'm cool with it.
Right.
He needed to get back wide, and because he didn't, you see how he tried to reach over here and catch it? Where if he'd have got back wide, it'd hit it right here.
And you'll see it wasn't. So we're going to watch it now and see what Shannon Sharpe is talking about. There's a little motion here. Tyreek at the bottom of the screen. See how it looked? See how he had to reach over this way? He was supposed to stay to the outside of the numbers. See how he starts to come in? And then he brings himself back out? It seemed like he didn't want to make contact with the DB. So he was supposed to essentially run his route and then come outside the numbers. You're supposed to come to the outside of the corner, but he kind of runs in and then wants to avoid the corner and runs that way. So he kind of runs to the inside of the numbers. And that's why the pass is off, because Tua is expecting him to be on the outside of the numbers. Also, he's taking a blast right here from Mekhi Parsons. Because if you see where he throws it, he's expecting him to be on the outside of the numbers. Regardless, Tyreek should have caught this. But if he ran it right, like Shannon Sharpe said, he would have been gone for a touchdown. But the fact that Tua got this pass off, like, I've heard so many times in the comment section on Twitter that Tua gets flustered when he gets pressure on him. Tua can't stand in the pocket and make the throws. Look at him. And that's a beautiful throw. And then he makes up for it again. On this one, I want you first go around, like, watch it. Just watch it. And then on the second go around, I'm going to show you something that makes me incredibly proud of this offensive line. Just beautiful. Just a beautiful, beautiful throw. That was on 3rd and 9 from our own 3. And Tua had enough time in the pocket because of these two guys right here. They're going to get a stunt move from these two. They're going to make contact. These two guys are going to come in. They're going to make contact, and they're going to switch. And these two guys, which is, I think, Lester Cotton and Liam Eichenberg, watch the way they pick up this block. We always had trouble with stunts, right? So here you go. Lester Cotton's got his guy, and then Liam Eichenberg is going to get his guy. And what they're going to do is he's going to come around the backside, and then he's going to go around the inside. And normally, you would think, oh, crap. And sack, safety. But watch what happens, right? Contact, switches off. He hits him, boom, picks it up. Just, like, so good at that stunt pickup. Look how smooth it was. That's great play, especially Lester Cotton, giving him to Liam Eichenberg and then picking it up. Allowing Tua to step up into his pass and throw it. Just, boop, perfect. On a dime. Just perfect. Now, this isn't perfect. This is past CeeDee Lamb. Unfortunately on this one, and it's kind of way the defense works, and I know a lot of people wanted Jalen Ramsey, I don't know why I couldn't get that out, to just follow and shadow CeeDee Lamb all game, because Jalen Ramsey is a rare commodity where he's a corner that can play on the inside and on the outside. But to move these things around would kind of throw the defense off because everyone has their assignment. So if all of a sudden, Cater goes to the outside, then all of a sudden Cooks is going to have a big day and this and that. But you'll watch here where it's essentially a crossing route. And it's like him and Elliott kind of don't know what to do. And then the tackling. The flipping tackling. Little motion, back around. right? Already throws it, slant route, in route, post route, whatever you want to call it, catches it. Now, defender. He's got a big lane to get to. I'm so disappointed in Elliott here. Watch the tackle Elliott makes. What even was that? So we're down 7-3 at this point. And this is 3rd and 5. And these passes, and again, we won. So I'm going to nitpick. And the reason I'm going to nitpick is we're about to face a team that just beat down the 49ers. So you need to be on your best game against those teams, especially on the road. And this is the throw Tua needs to make. Like, it's 3rd and 5 there. We're on their, I think we're on their 34. No. Yeah, we're on their 34. This ended up being a field goal, but you got to make this. You got to make this throw. Because I think he gets a ton of yards. Now, I think the safety might come over and help make the tackle, but I think he gets, because obviously the first down's the 30. I think he gets the first down and more. I think he cuts up the field, and his speed, he might score a touchdown here. But it's just the pass is out too far. It's not even like he was rushed. Just, you got to make those throws, Tua. And he misses another one later on in the game, but he still makes good throws in this game as well. This one is, so now we're up 13-7. I think we kicked, no. I'm trying to remember. They got the touchdown, 2 field goals and the touchdown. Yeah, so it's 7-6 at this point. And this is another situation where you have miscommunication between Tyreek Hill and Tua, whether it's, Tyreek's fault or not, but he's going to be running what should be an out route. But he kind of runs up here, he makes a move, and he cuts to the inside. Tua's expecting him to run an out. He throws the ball on an out. It's incomplete. But I noticed this, and I was like, that's weird. See? And I bet you when we were watching it live, everyone was like, Tua. It's supposed to go out. It's supposed to go out there. So he planted his foot, but then he kicked it back to the inside. Possibly could have got a first down on that one. So that's, 2 times now? Miscommunication between the two of them. Again, I'm nitpicking. Great win against the Cowboys, a good team, but you're facing the Ravens. Got to have the best. Got to be the best. To be the best, you got to be the best. And then also, don't forget to be the best. Now this one is 3rd and 1. We're on the Dallas 34. And in this situation, I just run the ball straight. Just hand the ball off to Achane and let him get the yards. But they do this play. And Lawrence just blows it up. And we lose yards here. And we end up punting. Yeah, we ended up punting. No, my apologies. We ended up kicking a field goal. I'm like, punting? What the heck? But if you see here, like, obviously it's the play call to have them come over and block, but just horrible blocking. Just run it straight. You need a yard. 3rd and 1, you need a yard. Why are you... And this is the thing that always drove me nuts against, I think it was the Jets. It drove me nuts. That a lot of times when we need just a yard, instead of running vertical plays, whether it's passes that go vertical or whatever, we keep running plays where we pitch it this way or we pitch it this way, or there's a route where he runs this way, or, there's a bubble screen where he comes back this way, or he's going to come in motion and then he's going to go this way. It's everything is horizontal, not a lot of vertical. And I wish we would stop doing all the horizontal stuff and more of the vertical stuff, which they do at the end of the game. And I will show you. And this is where I'm like, do more of that because it works. Because this doesn't work. You pitch it to the left and it's already getting blown up. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. This play, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but when people say when Tua gets pressure on him or when, whatever happens, he crumbles. He doesn't do well under pressure. This is a play where there's a bad snap from Liam Eichenberg, and he picks the ball up off the ground, keeps himself composed, and hits a laser to Durham Smythe for a 21-yard gain. Bad snap. Dot. And I want them to run these more. Now, I understand we don't have the tight ends to run these types of plays, but I want them to run these plays more. Because everyone's looking in the backfield. If you see everyone's eyes except for 26, they're looking in the backfield. They're more concerned about Tyreek Hill. They're more concerned about Jalen Waddle. Right? They're more concerned about Devon Achane. No one's concerned about Durham Smythe. We need to, and they incorporated them a lot in this game. We need to incorporate those a little bit more. This play is, like I said, another one where Tua makes these. 9 times out of 10, he makes these, and this is the one he doesn't. Like, he made that play to Tyreek Hill 3 weeks ago. Like, put that where it needs to be. And it's the pass to make. Like, you could throw it here to Jeff Wilson, potentially him get the first. You have Braxton here running, an out. But this is the pass to make. You got to make that pass. We end up kicking a field goal. We're up 19-10, which is fantastic. But he throws it at the right time. He's just off, which is weird for a guy who's leading the NFL in completion percentage and his accuracy is so on point. He's just got to do a little bit better there. Now, this play is 3rd and 17. Like I said, 1st and 10 from their own 46. We're up by 6. And they end up, is this the one? No, this isn't the one. I think they kick a field goal on this one. And we go up 19-13. And on this play, I want you to watch David Long Jr. right here. Now, I wonder if you realized. Now, it's good. It's good coverage. Good coverage. The pressure gets there with Bradley Chubb. Drops back covering CeeDee Lamb. Good coverage. Good coverage here. What happens is, drops back, he's looking. As soon as, because he pump fakes to CeeDee Lamb, as soon as David Long shows Dak his back, he takes off. That's supposed to be the spy right there, David Long. He takes off. Watch it again. As soon as he turns around, takes off. Now, it sucks because he, that pump fake, if David Long isn't covering CeeDee in that situation, he probably throws it to him. But as soon as he turns around and shows him his back, Dak took off like crazy. Now, this is the sack. This is 3rd and 8 from our own 27. And we take a sack here. And like I say, whenever Tua gets sacked, I'm always like, is anyone open? Did he need to take it? This, and that. Because this was big. They kick a field goal. Like I said, it's 19-13 here. If we could have got this first down at 8 up more clock, it was big play here. So let's see if anyone was open by the time the pressure got to him. Right? Plants his foot. Not open, not open, not open, not open. Right here, he could have thrown it to Tyreek, but with a defender falling at his legs and a defender here, for him to be able to turn his body to the right to throw it, incredibly hard throw to make. And that's where he ends up getting sacked. So no, it was just a good play by the defense on this one. There's no fault receivers. It's just a good play. Good play by the defense. This play, oh my God, it's 4th and 2. We are up 19-13, and they hit CeeDee Lamb for 11 yards. This play bugged the crap out of me. Now, you could say offensive pass interference, but I'm going to show you what really bugged me. So it's right here at the top of the screen. It's going to be Xavier Howard versus CeeDee Lamb. So at the top, right here, you could call for offensive pass interference because see how that arm extends? Kind of pushed him off. Could have been offensive pass interference. I don't know what this guy's looking at. But what bothers me is to me, and again, I could be wrong, so you could say I'm wrong. It seems like Xavier Howard takes a second to close the gap from the push. Push. See how he kind of shoot on the player, man. That bothered me. It felt like he was playing off a little. That killed me because in that scenario, we make that stop, we win the game. We don't have to worry about marching down the field, kicking field. We just need to get a first down or two. We run the clock out. We got it. They still will be down by 6. We best case scenario kick a field goal. They're down by 9. We don't have to have the heart attack we had. This is the touchdown to Cooks. And when I watched it, I thought Brandon Cooks was over here. And I thought he ran one of these routes. Not realizing Brandon Cooks is here. And he ran one of these routes. I thought he was tracking the whole back of the end zone. And Jalen Ramsey here, picked him up here. I thought it was that type of situation. But no, it was a short one. This one, I was like, come on, Jalen, you're better than that. Because it's zone. And, you look at it, and you're thinking to yourself, you got Cater here. Cater, go back, help him. But if he goes back and help him and they double Cooks, you got, CeeDee Lamb right here that he could just dump it off to and, try to get it up in there. So he was playing both. He was playing back and he was also playing forward. He had to kind of do both. And if you watch when the pass goes off, he goes back to help. It's just Jalen one-on-one with Cooks. Got cooked. Sucks. I remember I saw that. I was like, now we're down. But we just need a field goal. And then normally in this situation, I'm like, oh, God, we're not going to get it. And especially in this situation, 3rd and 3 from their 33. Lots of threes in this one. They throw a bubble screen to Tyreek Hill. I hate when they do that. Like I showed you in this play before. The horizontal stuff drives me nuts. Go vertical, man. But it was really smart here. So I'm going to play it, and then I'll talk about what I think is really smart here. So what's really smart to me, and you probably already picked it up, is if they just... Obviously, the motion already happened. He was lined up here. Right? He was lined up here, and the corner was lined up here. If they just ran the screen where kind of he drops back and he throws him the ball, and then, you hope he comes up, makes the block, he comes up, makes the block, and he makes his one-man miss, then it probably gets tackled for a loss, and then we're in a situation where it's now like 4th and 5 on their like 35, 36, and they'll call a timeout and potentially get the ball back. But what happens is motions him in, and then motions him back and then throws the screen, which in turn makes him come this way. He slips right here, and he doesn't get back quick enough. So when the screen happens, this guy blocks his own guy into him. Lots of drawing, but you'll see what I'm talking about, right? Motion, cuts back, boom, slips. That already, you got a blocker on a blocker and open field. He's not going to be able to get back in time. Tua sees it, Tua knows. Hurry up quick. And look at this. Moves his own guy back in front of him. Takes on that. That's where you're like, a great play. Absolutely great play. Great call. Especially using the motion to make the corner. And it's man coverage, so it's even better. Guy slips. Hurry up, get the ball to him. And it just worked out perfectly. I was having heart palpitations when it was happening, but worked out perfectly. This is the final play. 3rd and 2 from Dallas's 15. We get this first down. We can take a knee, kick the field goal, go home, or we're already home, enjoy the win. If not, we kick the field goal. They get the ball back with time. And it's just a good old-fashioned run. And Lester Cotton had a great game. He doesn't make this block here. He doesn't get the first down. But I'm glad that, with Raheem being banged up, they put Jeff out there, who's that hard physical runner. Tua new right here. First down. Tua new. Absolutely new. And it was a great win. Like I said, there were some hiccups that they need to work on, especially going up against a team like the Baltimore Ravens. You got to work on that. You got to fix the little mistakes here, the little passes where you're off. But overall, what a big win for the Dolphins. Tonight, Hard Knocks, episode 6. Then we're going to look at the playoff standings, where we're sitting at, all that stuff. Any news, any updates, you'll probably get that Thursday. And then Friday, we preview the Ravens game. And then Sunday, I'll see you at 1 o'clock with my dad. We win this game, it's going to be huge. So I'll see you later tonight. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.